Yeah, welcome to Point to Point channel. So today I will discuss about SQL joins. Okay, so let's learn the SQL joins with some examples. Okay, yeah. So I have three tables. Okay, let's give a brief introduction about these three tables. So the first table is a business underscore entity table. Here, if you see the data, okay, we have four business entities: IT Solutions, IT Technologies, and IT Hub and IT Zini. Okay, so now if you see the data of department, okay, so here we have four departments, okay, whereas HR and sales, okay, the HR and sales, they both are associated with the first business entity, that is IT Solutions, and similarly payroll and IT, they both are associated to a second business entity, that is IT Technologies. So from this data, what we can understand here is, okay, IT Hub and IT Zini, okay, they don't have any departments, right? So it is clear. So now, similarly, if you see the data of employee, okay, here we have six rows of employees. Okay, so here, the first two rows, are associated to a department one, that is HR department, and the third and fourth rows are associated to a department two, that is sales department, whereas the last two rows, okay, they are kind of a newly joined employees. They haven't, associated to any kind of department. Okay, so so this is what our data. Okay, so now from this data, so one more point you need to note down here is, okay, payroll and IT department, okay, they don't have any employees. Okay, right. So why? Because in employees, all four employees are associated to only HR and sales. So by that way, we can conclude that payroll and IT, they don't have any employees. Now with this data, let's join the tables. Okay. So yeah, the first one is, okay, select star. Okay, from employee. Okay, employee. Okay, I will show you the cross join. Okay, cross join department D. Okay, department D, that's it. Okay, so if you execute this statement, you will get 24 rows. Okay, you will get 24 rows. Okay, so 24 rows in the sense, okay, how we have got 24 rows in the sense, okay, if you see the employees data, we have six rows. Okay, we have six rows. Now if you see this department table, we have four rows. So 6 into 4, all possible permutations and combinations, 6 into 4, total 24 rows we have got. So this is nothing but cross join. Okay, so now let's see the next join, that is inner join. Okay, here if you see inner join, okay, so if I execute this inner join here, here also now we got the same 24 rows. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is, okay, if we don't have any kind of condition, then in that case both cross join and inner join are same. Basically it will return all the permutations and combinations. So 6 into 4, 24 rows. So now what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to add one condition here. See, some condition in the sense, okay, so I want to filter out this, 24 rows. That is nothing but all possible permutations and combinations. So I want to get some matching data from table one and table two, right? So what is that matching data? What is that matching data in the sense? Okay. So here, if you see this employee table, okay, if you see this employee table, we have a department underscore ID, right? So this ID, so these values, represents no the ID column of the department. Here, if you see the department, the primary key is ID, right? So here, if you see 1, 2, 3, of course, here currently I don't have any primary and foreign key association between employee and department. So the bottom rule to join two tables is you should have one common column between those two tables. No, there is no hard and fast rule, to have a primary key and foreign key association between those two tables. So this is an important point, you know. So of course you can join the tables even when they have a primary and foreign key association. What I'm trying to say is you can also join the tables even when they don't have a primary and foreign key association also. So the only some common column between those two tables is enough to join the tables, right? So now we have some department underscore ID, right? So this department ID column is common in both employee and department. So now I want to use that column for my condition. So what I will do here, e dot department underscore ID is equal to d dot id. Okay, d dot id. Okay, if I execute, okay, So here if you see, we have got some matching data. So matching data in the sense, okay, I will show you. Okay, if you see this employee, okay, the first four rows are associated to department 1 and department 2, right? So now obviously, you will get a, I mean, matching data in the sense you will get a department ID, department name, all those details for these four rows only. So the last two rows anyhow they don't have any department, right? So that's why the result what you have got is this particular highlighted portion, that is nothing but a matching data between those two tables, right? So now instead of printing everything, what I will do, e dot, okay, e dot star, okay, comma, d dot name as, okay, dept underscore name, okay. So now if you see here, okay, you will see that the result as a in a bit precise manner. Here if you see, I am getting all the data from employee table, okay, and as well as, in the department side I am just printing only department name, okay. So this is what exactly matching data, okay, from the employee side. So I hope it is clear, about inner join, right? So now the same inner join you can also write in a different style. Okay, so here, I'm just removing, this inner join. Okay, now I'm just keeping only join. Okay, this, I mean, so we have got the same result. I mean, it's up to you, like whether you want to go with the inner join or join. Okay, so now I want to show one more way. Okay, so here, now this time I'm just eliminating join. Okay, I'm just keeping some comma. Okay, I'm just replacing on with where. Okay, so this time also you will get the same result. So so these are various ways to have a inner join. Why? Because this inner join is very important. Basically you will get a matching data between those two tables, right? So based on the department ID equal to d dot id. Now let's discuss about left join. So here you need to have a left join, something like that. So basically left join in the sense you will get a matching data, and in addition to matching data you will get a non-matching data from the left table, something like this. Okay, so this is inner join, you will get a matching data. Okay, in the case of left join, here if you see, in addition to matching data you will get a non-matching data from the left table, right? So now here if you see, so you will get the 6 rows now here. Why? Because the first 4 rows are obviously matching rows. Okay, so uh, HR and sales. The last 2 rows, so they are newly joined employees, right? They haven't yet associated to any department, right? So that's what left join says. In addition to a matching data, it will also fetch a non-matching data from the left table, that is employee table. So obviously that's why we have got fifth row and sixth row also. I hope it is clear. Okay, so now let's assume I want to have a only non-matching data from the left table. Okay, so in that case what we need to do, okay, so here, okay, so what I'm going to do is where dept, okay, underscore name is null, okay, something like this. So if I write something like this, then this time you will get um, only non-matching data. Okay, okay, let's change with the d dot name. Okay, d dot name, yeah. So here if you see, you have got only the newly joined employees data. Why? Because for this data only, obviously d dot name will be null, right? So for other, I mean, for other rows obviously you have a proper department name, all right? So by that way we can have an only non-matching data from the left table. Now let's see how to have a right join. Okay, so right join in the sense, okay, see, now I'm just changing from left to right. Okay, so right join here, if you see, in addition to a matching data, okay, here you will get a non-matching rows from a right table, that is department table, right? So now, I mean, if you remember, okay, when I was showing a data from department, okay, I just stressed this point, right? So payroll and IT department, okay, here if you see, pay, yeah, here if you see payroll and IT department, okay, sorry, this one, yeah, see payroll and IT department, they don't have any employees, right? So now obviously this is kind of a non-matching data from table 2, so that is a department, right? So you will get these 2 rows also. And so now when I try to execute this statement, okay, so here if you see, yeah, so you have got the payroll and IT. So these two departments from a department table, right? So they don't have any employees. So in addition to matching data, we have also got a non-matching data from a right table, that is department table. I hope it is clear. So now let's assume I want to have a only non-matching data from a right table. Okay, so in that case, what you need to do? Okay, so so this time what I am going to do, e dot name is null. Okay, something like this. So now obviously only the last two rows I will get, right? So here if you see, yeah, so you can have any condition, e dot name, e dot gender, anything you can keep it as null. So just for simplicity I can keep it as e dot name. Okay, so the next one is full join. Full join in the sense, okay, here if you see, yeah, so this is full join. So that means in addition to a matching data, you will also have a non-matching data from left table and non-matching data from a right table. Okay, so we don't have a full join option in the case of MySQL. Of course, this option is supported in Oracle and other databases. Okay, so in MySQL as an alternative, what I'm going to do is, okay, here if you see, I'm just picking this left join. Okay, so left join. So I want to combine the result of left join and as well as the result of right join. So by that way, you will have indirectly full join, right? So the same thing I'm going to do here. If you see, this is left join. Okay, so then union. Okay, union. Okay, so this is right join. Okay, so basically what union does, union basically combines the two tables data. So obviously the left join data, okay, result is going to combine with a result of right join data. So here if any duplicates are there, obviously it will eliminate those duplicates. Obviously that matching data will be a kind of a duplicate set, right, from left join and as well as right join. It will just eliminate that. Okay, so now overall you will get 8 rows here. Okay, so here if you see, yeah, you have got 8 rows, 4 matching rows, okay, and 2 non-matching rows from a left table and 2 non-matching rows from a right table. I hope it is clear. Okay, so let's assume now I want to have a only non-matching rows from left table and non-matching rows from a right table. Okay, so then how do we achieve? Okay, so for that, okay, I'm going to, I'm going to treat this as a, so here if you see, I'm going to treat this as a kind of a temporary table. Okay, temporary table. So so what I will do, select star, okay, from, okay, so I want to keep this statement in some parentheses, so by that way I can treat this as a temporary table, alias r. Okay, alias r. So here where, okay, where r dot name is null, okay, r dot, okay, dept underscore name is null. Okay, so by that way, I just established, few conditions. See, r dot name is null in the sense when it will be null in the case of right join, and department is name is null when in the case of left join. So obviously I have, got a non-matching data from left table and as well as a right table. So I hope it is clear now. Now let's try to join, more than two tables. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, select star, okay, from employee, okay, employee, okay, inner join, okay, department, okay, here department d, okay, on, okay, you can have dpt underscore id is equal to d dot id. Okay, so here in again inner join, okay, business entity, okay, here you can do business entity b, okay, b on, okay, so d dot business entity underscore id is equal to b dot id. Okay, so by that way, okay, so here let me write e dot star comma d dot name as, dpt underscore name, okay, comma, okay, b dot, no, b dot name. Okay, so b dot name as, business entity, business, okay, underscore entity underscore name. Okay, something like this. So now when I execute this statement here, if you see, see, beautiful. Okay, we have got a result of, the data from three tables, that is employee, department and business entity. Here you can see the, see, up to here, this is employee information, and this particular row, sorry, this particular column, department underscore name, is from department table. Okay, and the last column, this is from a business entity. So that means we just joined, all three tables, employee, department and business entity, and we are able to fetch a data from all three tables. Now we are able to see the, data from all three tables, right? So this is how we can join multiple tables, right? So now just note one important point here. Okay, so what I have done here, okay, first I just joined employee table with here if you see, let me scroll to right side. Okay, so yeah, so otherwise what I'll do, yeah, now you can read in a better way. Okay, so first what we did, employee with the department, right? So now you may think something like this, the next join is probably you might have joined the department with business entity. No, it's not like that. Okay, so what we have done, okay, how internally it works in the sense, okay, so it will first execute this particular statement. Okay, then it will try to find out the result of this particular join, that means employee with the department. Now this result is going to have a inner join with this business entity. That's how internally it works. Okay, I hope now it is clear. Okay, so now what we will do some experiments. Now what I will do, I will just change from inner join to right join. So then what happens, let's see. So just think something like this. Now employee table is going to have a right join with the department, so obviously you will get 6 rows, right? That 4 matching rows and the 2 additional non-matching rows from a department, that is payroll and IT department, right? So now that payroll and IT department, these 6 rows is going to have a inner join with this business underscore entity. So that means obviously you will have the same 6 rows, and obviously you will get a associated business entity names, right? So now if you see, just I will try to execute this. See, you have got the same 6 rows, and of course payroll and IT, you have got the associated business entity name. Okay, so now let's do one more experiment. I'm even changing this inner join to right join. So then what happens? Okay, this result is going to have a right join with this business underscore entity. So that means, okay, so this right join in the sense that you will get a all 6 rows matching data, and as well as that you have 2 more rows, right, in the business entity, that is IT hub and IT Zenith. So they don't have any business, any departments, right? So now you will also get those 2 rows also. Total you will get 8 rows. Okay, if you see here, okay, if you see here, see you have got the last 2 rows, IT hub and IT Zenith. So that's how it works internally. So I hope the concepts are clear here. So so in the case of inner join, okay, you can in the case of inner join, as I said, you can even write with without joins also. So something like that I will show here. Okay, in the case of only inner join, so what I'm going to do here, okay, so from employee, okay, okay, sorry, from the employee, I'm just removing this right join. Okay, yeah, right join, so just keep it as comma. Okay, now I'm just even what I'm going to do here, okay, I'm removing even this right join. Okay, right join. Okay, so here if you see, cut this. Okay, okay, so here now what I'm going to do, I'm just replacing this on with where. Okay, where this one. Okay, and okay, this one. Okay, so this one. Okay, now you will get a result of inner joins result. Okay, just sometime before I already shown you, right, inner join. See, you have got inner join result. So the only point here I'm trying to highlight is, if at all you want to have inner join, you can have an exclusive inner join also, or even you can write something like this, from employee comma department D comma business entity, and finally you can have all join conditions with where keyword also. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I hope all join concepts are clear for you guys. Okay, so if you really like my video, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.